Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ori and the Blind Forest. Last time, we went over to Gumo's hideout, retrieved the water vein, and gained access to the Ginso Tree. In this episode, we'll just be climbing up the Ginso Tree. So, a few things about this dungeon, other than, well, as you can see, it's... I'm not exactly even sure what I can say about this dungeon. I mean, I really like it. Climbing up the whole tree, this is a very vertical dungeon. As you're just like climbing up the base of one tree. I'm probably gonna say this for like every area in this game, and I probably already have so far, but the Ginso Tree is just so gorgeous for what it is. Even with it being like infested with all like these, you know, these spiny firebugs. Like, why would that be there in a tree that sounds like it'd be kind of productive instead of like a guard measure? But we'll see. And we're just gonna climb up these platforms over there. Those, if you actually like notice, there the wrapping that that we just did is a result of portals being portals taking Ori to a specific area. So basically, these just act as gateways or portals. We come across our example of our first, well, bounce panel, and not our first, but and yeah, it carries some momentum around. Quick little thing: if you want to go for the double jump multiple times in mid-air achievement, you could just like go inside the portal and then just smash the jump button as fast as you possibly can, and you should be able to get it relatively easily. Over here, here is a small little secret, a small little bit of spirit light, so be sure to grab that. Take the bounce panel. Left is where we need to go immediately, so of course we're not going that route immediately. Instead, grabbing some more spirit light and grabbing a small little energy crystal. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it just takes you to a small area here. Grab it just for completion of the map, and we'll be on our merry way. And oh boy, this area right over here. As you can see here, there's going to be portals that are going to take you to separate parts, and all surrounded by spikes, thorns, whatever you want to call them. So as soon as you're ready, jump into this portal, and then just keep on hopping into the other gateways. Portals, gateways, I'm not even sure what to call them. Not too hard, but you need to just kind of be prepared to see it coming. Right over here, small little puzzle segment. As you can see here, we've got a plant shooting a projectile, and over here we got like a small little tree trunk that has an input and output, which will redirect the plant's blast. So doing that over there. Also, one thing to note is that when you're close to a portal, it will show what portal it will take you to by how it lights up. As you can see at the bottom left, and lights up when we're near it. So it's a nice little detail. Anyway, we got the second tree trunk right over here. So we're just gonna push it along. We're gonna get out of the way just in case, but anyway, what that's gonna do for us is it's gonna take that fireball and just destroy the tree trunk. Not too hard of a puzzle, but a nice little area nonetheless. Aha! This room! Boss time! Well, sort of. Just be ready with Charge Flame, and you should be able to take him out relatively easily. Other than that, just use Sign as much as possible. If the guy doesn't spawn for a bit... Ooh, actually took a little bit of damage there. I might want to just traverse the platforms just a little bit, like going up here, and just like going to spawn and appear. Not too hard, especially if you have some charged flames ready. Over here, got some more portals, and we got a few E-stones. Simply just platform over those, take the portal down, and move on to the next room. Simple as that. Got a spirit gate, and there are 2 more keystones, so we're just gonna need to take this. As you can see here, the logs break, so be careful and have quick feet. Take it up, and grab the last keystone, and open up the spirit gate. And oh my goodness, I'm just gonna mention this track is absolutely amazing, but it cuts off right now because cries of dismay I hear in this deep inside this ancestral tree. Reem was agile. He dashed through the air. Listen to his voice, the wisdom he shared. We'll do just that. You've learned Bash. Oh. To use this ability, hold Y near the lanterns or enemy projectiles, then aim in the direction you'd like to leap. Projectiles will be redirected in the opposite direction. This ability is awesome. Basically, gives you a way of just like traversing the layout and just shoot Ori in whatever direction the arrow is pointing, and it's honestly just one of the best platforming abilities I've ever had the pleasure of handling. So we're unable to get up here using our plain old double jump, but we're able to get over here just fine. And Bash can also be used on enemies. Thank you, tutorial. And yep, we can just plainly get across over here. But not only does it work on enemies in the environment, it also works on enemy projectiles. It's really such a good ability. I love it so much, and it's used so well in this game. As we can see here, we've actually seen that fireballs actually destroy these logs right over here. So if you get close enough to projectile, bash in the opposite direction, we can destroy those logs very plainly. And as you can see here, we're already using it for a little bit of puzzle solving, so be careful. Whoops, do not take damage as I did. Let's wait for this plant to... And there we go. The way is opened up, but... Oops. I need to time it better. We can see that there is a bit of spirit light. Just drop on by here. We got a level up, which is very nice. In fact, speaking of, we can go for air dash, energy efficiency, or ultra light burst. All really good abilities, I'm gonna say. I actually don't know what I want to go for. I guess let's go for air dash because why don't we? And this allows us to just like use our dash ability in mid-air, and it's honestly really cool having. It's like one of the more substantial upgrades that Ori gets through level ups. Like, it's really nice to have. You could use it after a double jump too, so it's very nice. These guys, these mortar worms, I believe that what they're called. I haven't been on the best track record of remembering the enemy names recently. But we're going to just bash off their projectiles, and so was that. And actually, speaking of using their projectiles, there's a little bit of a hole in the ground. Drop down over here. There's another mortar worm, but when we take this path over here, we get an energy cell. More upgrades by the minute. Using the Mortar Worm's blasts. And... oh my goodness. the platforming in Ori and the Blind Forest is just so incredibly satisfying. We got some more keystones to look out for. Why didn't I grab this one? There we go. And we're basically just going to use Bash like a whole bunch in conjunction with our double jump. And simple as that. We can insert all of the map fragments in there. Grab some health. And enter this room. This boss is kind of interesting, but it can also be cheesed a little bit. So we get onto this platform. How we're supposed to do it, they can only be hurt by redirected bashes, but these platforms lower, so you better do some platforming in order to survive. But if you actually get onto this left wall right over here by using a bash in itself, you can just sit by here and then just bash the projectile directly into. I don't even know what that enemy name is called. But yeah, as a result, these platforms will raise up a little bit, allowing you to get onto this wall very quickly. But more importantly, it opens up the gateway above, and to the right, we have another fountain. So we can warp here anytime that we would like. Whoa, okay. If I can please be competent at platforming for just 1 second, that would be very nice. And here we go. The heart of the Ginso Tree once kept the element of water safe, but now it's corrupted, all fouled and decayed. We have to help it, cure it, and cleanse out the blight by removing the corruption on both of the sides. Well, we're going to need to do just that. There are 2 pathways we can go. We have to go for both of them. So, why don't we do the left path first? The left path is filled with much more enemies, and you're going to be using Bash a lot here. There is a spirit. Whoa! The spider really wanted those leapers gone. Speaking of leapers, there's a spitter over here. Yes, they're not frogs, they are called spitters, but they're... Oop. But yeah, this area actually isn't too large to traverse. So, we've got a spider over here. And yep, we could just blast the wall behind us right over there. And we can grab the spirit lights just by doing that. If needed, you can just like double jump onto this wall and then just grab the spirit light from there using an air dash. But oh, okay, what is with all the enemies dying? I haven't even used sign, I think, yet once in this room, and I think I've killed all the enemies. Jeez, this infighting. Okay, simply put, and then just to purify the heart. Just hit it with sign once, and that will cleanse the heart, at least on one side. This room, though! I don't like this room! I love this area as a dungeon, but, this room is kind of... yeah. So there are a bunch of, like, low-tier enemies over here. We can get rid of them as you'd like. I recommend doing so. But these enemies are just an annoyance, really. We can grab a little bit of health over here. Whoop. Use Ori's abilities to make platforming a little bit easier. But yeah, notice all of these redirecting logs that we have over here. The exit is being blocked by a log that can be destroyed by a fireball, and the only source of a fireball is found down below here. The way how you're supposed to do this is just redirect a fireball into each of these, and just follow along. Just hopefully not have any of the enemies interrupt you. And it's not too difficult, assuming if you can just, like, catch up just fine. And you can do that just fine, but we're not gonna do that. Because I want to take a cooler, more skillful way of doing so, which will just be to fire the... Wait. Fire the fireball just upwards and then into the log. It's kind of more difficult doing so, but it's honestly much more satisfying to do it that way than the long and lengthy process of having to redirect them to the turrets. So, now we can clear the other side of the heart. And, ooh boy. Well, we've now done our part to purify the heart. When we're ready, and when I mean, I hope you're ready, press X to listen to sign, and whew, be ready. Now we can restore the element of waters. With this one rekindled, there's 2 more to go.